The First Book of Hemp.
Sinfonie numéro 1.
Tema del segmento: Primo Illuminismo, First Enlightenment. Tonica principale del capitolo: Do, C. Progressione musicale principale del capitolo: cromatica. Suite sinfonico A. 2 cantilena, largo con motivo eterno. Seminari semi della libertà.
Compositional form, Chapter Sharp 2. Traditional form, Chapter 5. Restoration of legacy. In the tranquil land of the normies, beneath the vast serene skies, Paul, a dedicated tree-carer, worked diligently amidst the sprawling orchards that dotted the landscape. These trees, ancient and gnarled, were not merely plants but symbols of the community's deep connection to nature and history. Paul, with his intimate knowledge of arboriculture, was entrusted with their care, ensuring they thrived for generations to come. However, since the passing of his mother Mara a few years ago, Benjamin, Paul's son, had been drifting. Before her death, he had kept up with his studies, but now, between navigating his final teenage years and dealing with the loss of his mother, Benjamin's focus had wavered. Paul, grappling with his own grief, had to concern himself with his son's feelings while still preparing him for the responsibilities of manhood. On a crisp, sunny morning, the duo embarked on a significant project: the restoration of an old apple tree, beloved in the community for its bountiful harvests. This tree had weathered many seasons and needed careful pruning and treatment to restore its vitality. As they worked, Benjamin's lighter spirits contrasted with the gravity of the task. He jovially tossed rotten apples at random targets, laughing as they splattered against the ground. His laughter, though infectious, was not appropriate for the solemnity of their work, especially today.
Benjamin, remember why we're here.
Paul's voice was stern, yet carried an undercurrent of warmth.
This tree feeds families, brings joy. We must treat it and our work with respect.
Chastened, Benjamin nodded, wiping apple residue from his hands. He knew his father was right. These moments were not just about work, but lessons in responsibility and reverence for nature. To lighten the mood and renew their bond, Benjamin began to sing. It was an old tune, one that Paul had hummed during long afternoons in the orchards since Benjamin's childhood. The melody was simple but carried the weight of many shared experiences. Paul couldn't help but join in, and soon their voices harmonized, blending seamlessly with the sounds of nature around them. Singing together, the frustration of the moment dissolved, leaving a renewed sense of connection and purpose. The singing became a bridge not just between the task at hand and their personal bond, but also a gentle reminder of Benjamin's transition from boyhood into the complexities of manhood. As they sang, Paul saw not just the boy who threw apples, but the young man who was learning, slowly and sometimes painfully, what it meant to care for something greater than himself. Their voices carried across the fields, a soft echo of tradition and hope, as they returned to their task, now with a shared rhythm. This project was not only about restoring an old tree, but nurturing growth in Benjamin, preparing him to one day assume the mantle of caretaker of the orchards, and perhaps the land of the normies itself.